Hello, good morning everyone. So today let's discuss the working of Warshall's algorithm using dynamic programming, which is used to find transitive closure for a graph. So now first we should know the meaning of transitive. So now for the given graph, if we have edges from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, so then we can add a new edge from vertex 1 to vertex 3. So here edge 1 to 3 is a transitive edge. So now let us consider a graph which contains 4 vertices, and we can write adjacency matrix for this unweighted graph. So for unweighted graph, the adjacency matrix contains only zeros and ones. So now we need to find where to write 0 and where to fill 1. So now in the adjacency matrix, the main diagonal should include all zeros. Means there is no edge from A to A, B to B, C to C, D to D. So main diagonal is 0. So now if you have direct edge from one vertex to another vertex, we should write 1. If there is no direct edge, we should write 0. So now for example, in the first row, which is written for edges from vertex A. So now if I see the graph, we have direct edge from A to B, and there is no direct edge from A to C and A to D. So in the adjacency matrix, A to B is 1, that is first row second column is 1, then A to C and A to D we have entered 0. Similarly, if to add the values for second row, we need to find the direct edges from vertex B. So now from vertex B I can reach vertex D with one edge, that is direct edge. So B to D is 1, all other values are 0. So now if I see the third row, from vertex C we can't connect directly to any other vertex, so completely it is 0. Now starting from vertex D, I can reach vertex A with direct edge and vertex C with the single direct edge. So now D to A and D to C is 1, so D to B and D to D, so self main diagonal is 0. So like this we can construct adjacency matrix for the given graph. So now if I see this adjacency matrix, here all the values which are written are direct edges, one vertex to another vertex directly. So there is no intermediate vertex here. For example, A to B I have written 1, means we have direct edge from vertex A to vertex B with no intermediate vertex. So we can represent this adjacency matrix as R power 0. So we can call this adjacency matrix as R power 0. So here R power 0 indicates the ones in the adjacency matrix represents or reflects existence of paths with no intermediate vertex, with 0 intermediate vertices. So from this R power 0 we need to find R power 1. So the meaning of R power 1 is the ones in that R power 1 indicates the existence of path with one intermediate vertex. So here we'll take that one intermediate vertex as A. So if with one intermediate vertex A, if you can reach from one vertex to other vertex, then we should include 1. That is we. So we'll say how to convert r power 0 to r power 1. So first select first column and first row. Now from the first column, we need to find the location of the value 1. So in first column I have 1 at the location D comma A. So that I have represented using pink color. So D comma A is 1. So then we need to go for the first row. In first row, identify the location of 1. So that I have represented using green color. So 1 in first row is at the location A comma B. So now after writing column position and row position for the value 1, we need to merge them and get a new edge, that is a transitive edge. So D to A and A to B becomes D to B. That is here intermediate vertex is A. So A is common between D to A, and then from A I am continuing to B. So A is one intermediate vertex. By removing that, I get a transitive edge A to B. So now in R power 1, we should write value 1 at the location D comma B. So that I have indicated using red color. Just see R power 1. So in R power 1, so D to B is 1. This is a transitive edge. So now we need to convert R power 1 into R power 2. So here the 2 indicates existence of 1 in the adjacency matrix with 2 intermediate vertices. Here those 2 intermediate vertices are vertex A and vertex B. So now we'll see how to find R power 2. So select in R power 1, select second row and second column. So now here we can see the table below. So in second column, we need to find location of position of 1. So we have indicated again using the pink color. Position of 1 in second column is A to B and also D to B. So next we need to find position of 1 in second row. Position of 1 in second row is B to D. That I have indicated again using green color. So now merge column value with the row value to get the transitive edge. So A comma B with B comma D, I will get a new transitive edge A to D. Then D comma B and B comma D, I will get a new transitive edge D comma D. So now in the R power 2, we need to include value 1 at location A comma D and D comma D. So now see here A comma D and D comma D I have indicated with red color, that is 1. So now from R power 2 we should find R power 3. Again here 3 indicate 3 intermediate vertices A, B and C. Again to find R power 3, we need to select third column and third row from R power 2. So now first in pink color we need to indicate position of 1 in the column. So 1 in third column is D comma C. Then we need to find position of 1 in third row. Position of 1 in third row is here. There are no ones in third row. So there are no transitive edges here. So while converting R power 2 to R power 3, as we didn't find a new transitive edge, that adjacency matrix remains same. So R power 3 is same as now r power 2. So next we need to find r power 4. Again here 4 indicates existence of ones with 4 intermediate vertices. So that is vertices from A, B, C and D. So now again to find r power 4, what we should do? We should highlight fourth column and fourth row. Now from the fourth column, find the position of 1. Again I have indicated column with pink color. The position of 1 are A comma D, B comma D and D comma D. So now merge each column value with each row value from fourth row position 1. So now position of 1 in fourth row is indicated using the green color with each value of column. So now for column value A comma D, we have to write 4 values of fourth row, that is DA, DB, DC and DD. So now if I merge AD with these 4 values, I will get AA, AB, AC and AD, that I have indicated using red color in first table given below the adjacency matrix r power 3. So now again in the second table I am merging second value of fourth column with all values of fourth row, that is B comma D with DA, DB, DC and DD. So I will get BA, BB, BC and BD as the new transitive edges. Similarly, we need to combine position of last or one more 1 in the fourth column, that is D to B with all 4 values of fourth row. So that is DD combined with DA, DB, DC, DD. I will get the new transitive edge DA, DB, DC and DD. So that again I have represented in third table specific given here or written here below r power 3. So now here if we see, we got total 12 transitive edges which are indicated using red color here, that is starting from AA till DD. So now in r power 4 we need to write ones at these locations. So now I got here r power 4. So 12 red color ones indicate these are the new transitive edges from r power 3 to r power 4. So these are the transitive edges from one vertex to other vertices with intermediate vertices as A, B, C and D. Finally, I have represented adjacency matrix as a graph, so which indicates transitive closure for the given graph. So like this, for any graph we can apply Warshall's algorithm and find transitive closure graph. So in next video we'll see the algorithm and the program or implementation of that algorithm to convert a given graph into transitive closure. Thank you.